I see Juan, and I see Stephen, and Patrick, and I see Paul, and Nathan. I see Richard, and Ephraim, and the heck is that? Is that a Muppet? Hey gang, Jeff Stone here with day 67 of the year 2016 at magicreviewed.com. Today we're looking at Ocular by Alexis de la Fuente. And basically what you get is the ability to show that you clearly have a hole in an envelope, and then all you have to do is snap your fingers and a card appears in there. And the best part is it really is inside of there. And then the end. That's the basic idea. What's cool? So that's the effect. So let's talk about method for a second. The method obviously is the card. It's a special, the card and the envelope, they work together to create a special thing. But the cool thing is, once you've removed the card from the envelope, you can actually have the spectator, I wouldn't say here, examine the envelope, but even if they did examine it, the thing they would find doesn't really point to the method. I don't know how else to explain it, but you don't have to give it to the spectator. But if, like you see in the performance, in the ad trailer, Dave Lucy does a performance, and then when he pulls the card out, he just puts the envelope on the spectator's palm. That's totally doable and legitimate. So anyway, this card cannot be examined. But here's what's cool about this. The idea is that you have that in the envelope, and then at any time during your presentation, you can just bring the envelope out. So maybe you're going to make that your finale for an ambitious card routine or something like that, or signed card to envelope. You just have to take that card off and, in fact, I think you see this in the performance. You put it on the deck and do a DL and the end. So what you're paying for is this gimmick that allows the card to appear. And the price of that is $37. Considering that these gimmicks are handmade and that as well as they work, I think that's a decent price for sure. The teaching video is thorough and in-depth, and they give you lots of different ideas. One of the ones that I thought was kind of interesting, that just, and I'm only pointing it out to show you the versatility of this, is you have a card selected, shuffled back into the deck, and then you take this envelope with the hole in it and you fling it to the deck as you're dribbling the cards, and it gets trapped in the deck. But when they lift the deck up, there's a card inside, and then you pull it out and it's the selected card or whatever. You can also have the envelope like this and then have them sandwich their hands, and as you place it into their hands, you make the card appear without them noticing you've done that, and they sandwich it, and so suddenly you have this effect where the card appeared between their palms, which was clearly empty a minute ago. Lots and lots of different things you can do with it. This is one of those short, simple, easy ones. I'm 3 minutes in and I'm done pretty much. So 5 stars, Stone status, a capital G, capital E, capital M. If you liked what you saw, you'll love this. Now, before we get on to the exciting stuff about, you subscribing, liking, and all that business, and the random iTunes song of the moment, I'm going to go off on a little rant, if you will. Typically, I post the trailer to the products I'm about to review with the little tweet that says, review coming soon. Well, I posted the trailer for this, and I got a comment on there saying, this product was released like 100 years ago. A little late on your review, don't you think? So, I don't know if he was just being funny or being sarcastic or being an a-hole. I'm not sure which one. Let me just tell you this. First of all, there is a good reason why I'm so late on this particular product. Thing number one, the DVD that came with it did not work. So this was, like a year or so ago when I got the product. The DVD didn't work. So it happened when they were switching who was responsible for dealing with the review stuff at Murphy's, and so I was not able to get a new disc for a while. Finally, they switched people, and they got the new person who takes care of the reviews now, and I asked her to send me a disc, but she said, we don't have any other review copies, so we'll just burn you a copy. The burnt copy came, and it didn't work. So I contacted Peter Nardi via Facebook, and he never replied to me, which is weird because he normally is, pretty quick at replying. So I'm not sure what happened there. So forever, I just never had a disc. I didn't even know what the trick was. I didn't know what the gimmick was. The thing was just sitting inside of here. I didn't even know what it was. Because I try not to look at it until I'm ready to review it. So then, finally, after all this, not getting it, I don't know, I spent 2 weeks in the hospital last year due to some pretty serious, or a week in the hospital, I should say, due to some pretty serious health things that took me out of commission for about a month. I got way behind on reviews, and I was very sporadic the rest of the year last year, so a lot of reviews did not get done when I wanted to get them done. Finally, I noticed when I was looking at another Alakazam product that has a streaming video that on that same page, there was a streaming video for Ocular. So I'm like, oh, okay. I called Murphy's, and I'm like, hey, give me the password for this. And they gave me the password, so I went in and I was able to watch it. Now, is that a product quality hit? I don't know, because only my disc was bad, and then they burned a copy, which may be the reason it didn't work was because it was burned. So I don't know if it's an issue or not. So I can't really let it hit the product. But I'm assuming if it does happen, whoever you buy it from, they will replace it. And if there's a problem with the disc, they'll either contact Murphy's or Peter Nardi, the Dark Wizard, and get the disc replaced. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. Anyway, second thing. Yeah, I do. If I hit my goal this year, I'll do 366 reviews this year. I try to stay current with the new stuff. But I'm not buying this stuff, guys. I only get what they send me. Or what, sometimes I request it. I always request it, but it's only from a list of things I'm allowed to request from. Sometimes people send me stuff, like just producers that want me to review their stuff. And sometimes I just can't get to everything. So if the dude who made that comment was kidding, then fine. I'll just chalk it up as me being too sensitive, being a crybaby. But if you're serious, then just get off the channel, man. If my reviews are not current and modern enough for you, then leave. I'm not, I don't need the negativity in my life. I dedicate lots of hours, 40-something hours to this. 3 to 4 solid days a week of watching products, writing the written review, adding the products to my website, filming the reviews, editing them. We're talking 3 or 4 12 or more hour days, and then I schedule the reviews out. Anyway, so if that ain't good enough for you folks, I don't know what is. I know 99.9% of you guys are not that guy, and you guys are awesome. But that guy, if you're being serious, just go find somebody else to bother and go watch somebody else's review channel if mine isn't good enough for you. So with that said, everybody else, thank you. And continue spreading the love by thumbs ups and liking and sharing and subscribing if that button's there, and doing everybody's favorite thing of the day, listening to the random iTunes song of the moment, which is All By Myself. This is the voice performance version of this song by Lexi Davila. Really, really good. She was one of my favorites in the early part of that particular competition that season, and it's All By Myself. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. All except that one guy. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. Tune in tomorrow, day 68, where we look at 400 Lux by Kyle Littleton. Until then, folks, thanks for watching. I just said that. Peace out. Thank you.